Hi everybody, welcome to this new episode for the GenAI Nerd channel. And in this video, I want to show you the new Claude Add-In that you can integrate in Word, which actually means that today we can kind of fully integrate Claude into our Word environment. And I will show you how this will really make a big difference for people like me that use Word on a day-to-day basis. So let's get started. Yes, so here I have an example of a Word document on which I'm working. So this is an academic paper on which I'm working. And when I work together with my co-authors or with PhD students, what I typically will do is to add comments to a document. Yeah, so here, for instance, I have a comment where I think it's important to give some additional examples. When I further go down, I can show you another comment. Here, I think there is a need for a reference to an academic paper. And for instance, here I have another comment where I say, look, here we should kind of reframe the text and make it more relevant in terms of reasoning and references. Yeah. So here are some comments that I made. And now actually what we can do is to enable the Claude Add-In. So the first time, if you want to start using it, you have to go here to Add-ins, and then you can just search for the Claude Add-In, and then you can add it to your account. You need a Claude subscription for this, but then you can just connect it with your Claude subscription. And so now I can click here on Claude, and then you see I have a kind of Claude agent opening up in my Word. And now let me show you the prompt that I will use to help me to address these comments. Yeah, so now I can simply type here in my Claude, carefully read the comments in the document and address the comments, highlight the changes as track changes in my document, and then I can press enter, and now Claude will start reading my comments and try to address them and highlight every changes that it made as track changes. So now we will have to wait for a bit, and then I can show you the final outputs. Yes, and so now Claude has finished working on it. You can see I did quite some thinking, was looking for references. And so here we can see a bit what it has been doing. But now let's take a look at what it changed in the document. Yes, so here was my first comment. So here I asked for additional examples, and it actually replied as a comment to myself. These are the examples that I added, and here I can then see with track changes which examples it has added. Yeah, so that's what I wanted. Then let's go to the second comment. So here I asked for an additional reference, and then it now highlights which reference it has added for me. And here I actually received the full reference, and then I can see here the reference being added. Now here I will have to update the layout a bit, but apart from that, actually this reference makes a lot of sense and is definitely not hallucinated. And finally, add a comment where I asked it to sharpen the reasoning. And here again, we can see that the track changes sharpen the reasoning. And again, it already kind of responded with a comment. Yeah, so we see that now actually Claude can really act as a kind of co-author where I can give it comments and then it actually starts addressing the comments. Of course, in the end, you're responsible for what Claude is doing, so you will have to double check everything. You cannot assume that it just does the perfect thing, but I hope you can see that this is really helping you in becoming a very efficient writer. So I hope this can be helpful for your own writing in Word. Thanks for your attention. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. That's always helpful. And thanks for your attention. Bye.